Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you. Well, I think you can hear there's a little bit of excitement behind the curtain behind me. And I have a lot of third graders up here who are really, really excited to get the show started. But before I begin this evening, I need to just tell you a couple of things. This concert program is my favorite thing to do every single year. I never, ever get tired of doing this performance. I love what these students learn about their country, about their flag, and about the men and women who have served our country and who are still serving today. We have the opportunity to honor those men and women tonight. There are 2 times in your program that are listed, and the students will also remind you, where we get to honor you. The first is you get to stand while we are singing the Armed Forces hymn, so please stand and be honored at that time. And there's also a time in our program where we will invite you to come forward to stand on the floor in front of our stage so we may sing a song to you and also present you with a small gift after the song is completed. I would also like to give out a huge shout of thank you to all of the 3rd grade classroom teachers. Without their help and support, this program would not be a success as it is. The students on the stage tonight have spent countless hours in their music classes practicing the songs, learning their music, practicing speaking parts, and singing solos. Hours and hours of dedication. And I appreciate each and every one of you here tonight to give them this opportunity to present their program to you. One change in our program tonight, one of the soloists on our song on Veterans Day, the soloist for Nyambe will be sung by Miss Abigail Hall. Miss Abby Hall will be helping us out in that tonight. And without further, I have one more thing I need to tell you. I need to do a big shout out to the V-TEAM, our BCS-TV V-TEAM, who is going to be recording our program tonight. You can buy a DVD of the program. The slips should be available in the lobby, and you can purchase those. And we appreciate, if you've never bought one of their program CDs, they do a fabulous job. And it's great to have those memories for years to come, and we give them a big thank you for being here tonight. Without further ado, our 3rd graders and the Armed Forces Recognition Program.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Brook Park Memorial's annual Armed Forces Recognition Concert.
We are here today to honor all the men and women who answered the call to serve our country. November 11th is set aside a day as remembering and thanking the armed forces.
Originally called Armistice Day and now known as Veterans Day, this day was declared a national holiday by Congress in 1938.
We want to acknowledge all who have served our country and the sacrifices they have made to the...
We are excited to present a musical tribute that celebrates the brave and noble actions of all of our veterans.
To begin our program today, we invite you to stand and join us in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have all heard and sung the Star-Spangled Banner many times. However, many of us may not know what inspired the writing of these historic words.
It was an event that occurred 200 years ago. It was the year 1814. The British and Americans were at war.
Francis Scott Key, a young American attorney, and Colonel John Skinner were sent to negotiate with the British for the release of an American prisoner.
The British agreed to free the prisoners, but they would not allow the 3 Americans to leave the ship that night.
The British feared the Americans would expose their plans to attack Fort McHenry. The battle began, and the 3 Americans watched the bombing of Fort McHenry from the deck of the British ship.
Once daylight was upon them, they could see that the American flag was still waving, that the Americans had won the battle.
Francis Scott Key was so inspired by the events of the night that he wrote the poem The Star-Spangled Banner. The poem was later set to a familiar tune, and in 1931 it became our national anthem.
The flag inspired Francis Scott Key wars on that historic night. Our next selection is dedicated to our flag, our red, white, and blue.
special meaning that helps define us as a nation.
The color red symbolizes hardiness and valor. The color white symbolizes purity and innocence. The color blue symbolizes vigilance, perseverance, and justice.
Our flag is more than a symbol of a nation, brave and free. And it's so much more than just an emblem proclaiming liberty.
It was carried proudly throughout history to wherever duty called, from the dark days at Valley Forge to Yorktown's thunderous fall.
Gallantly streaming over Fort McHenry through that perilous night, proof to the world that we're here to stay in the early morning light.
Fluttering the fields of Gettysburg to engage all who would enslave. Unearthed in furled colors, our full measured devotion is what we gave.
Intrepidly leading the way in battle against the press's opposing will, from the halls of Montezuma to its valiant charge up San Juan Hill.
It followed us ashore in Korea, over the skies of Vietnam it streaked, across Iraq's sea of endless sand to Afghanistan's mountainous peaks.
Guiding us clearly through the fog of war as we liberated many lands. Defending means inalienable rights and the republic for which it stands.
Flying over our heroes' graves, promising our mission will never cease, as we wield our banner onward in the relentless pursuit for peace.
Our flag has been a symbol of freedom throughout history.
Each star represents a great saint in our nation.
Each individual state contributes a quality that is great. Listen as you celebrate each of our 15 empty states.
This is America, and we are Americans.
We are young and we are old. We have light skin, we have dark skin. We are students, teachers, soldiers, citizens, friends, neighbors, and families.
The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution says we are all equal and all free.
They say that we may have our own opinions and speak them freely.
They say no matter what our ethnic origins, we are all equal and we are all free.
We are mighty when we are united by freedom.
Together, we make our land our home.
We are Americans, Americans we.
What is a veteran? The dictionary says a veteran is someone who has been a member of the armed forces.
Many of us know someone, a friend or relative, who have served in the armed forces.
The armed forces consist of 5 separate branches, each branch performing different jobs. The armed forces are the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard.
Each branch has its own hymn or song. We would like to honor all of our veterans and those who are currently serving in our audience by singing each of the Armed Forces hymns. We invite you to stand to be recognized when your hymn is being sung. We are proud of our veterans, proud of you all.
With courage, strength, and sacrifice, you saw our country through.
You are citizens with honor and faith standing tall.
Our freedom is assured because you all came through. Thank you. We would like to invite all veterans and those who are currently serving to please come up and stand in front of the stage so we may sing our next selection to you.
Please remain in front of the auditorium after the song has finished. We may present you with the gift of gratitude.
You sacrificed to serve our nation. You make us proud in many ways. Because of you, we have our freedom. We honor you on Veterans Day. Your families, how they did worry. They pray that you return one day. They know that you
You get 2 for being waiting patiently right here. Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for serving our
People are different all over the world, and here in America too.
But here in America, we have the freedom to be who we are, to learn, to say, and to do.
Opinions and differences strengthen when our core when done with respect and care.
Equality, freedom, and justice for all are rights we Americans share.
Despite all our arguments, struggles, and battles, we trust in our very foundation.
For you are the people, and we are the people. Americans, we are one nation.
Thank you for joining us today for our Armed Forces Recognition Program. Join us in honoring our veterans, our country, and our flag through the singing of our final selection, The Stars and Stripes Forever.
Let's cheer for the red, white, and blue. May our banner be waving forever, reminding us how freedom grew from the struggles once we knew. Now all should remember the day when our fathers with mighty
Let's give those third graders another round of applause. Nice job. I have just a few closing remarks before we start our dismissal procedure. On behalf of Mr. Kostiak and myself, we'd like to give some thank yous for tonight's performance. Our first thank yous actually go to our third grade students and our third grade staff for being here tonight and also supporting them through the whole preparation of this. I'd like to give a big thank you to both Miss Potaglaire and to Mrs. Brandyberry for all of their dedication to this program and through all of our grade levels in their music season. Let's give both our staff and teachers a big hand. Of course, without our parents supporting our students, we couldn't do this without you, and we thank you from here at BPM for all your support in their music program and the children's school year here. Another thank you, which goes without saying, is to all of our veterans tonight, both that could be here and could not be with us tonight. We give you our thanks, and we thank you for being part of our service and our sacrifice so that we could be here tonight. Let's give our servicemen another round of applause.